You label yourself as a girl dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that going to affect now that you have to work both ways?
I think so. I'm gonna still label myself as a girl dad because she was my first, and you know how it is. Those daddy-daughter relationships are a little different, but he's gonna know I love him just as much. So I'm excited when he starts really growing up.
Now the family's growing, but you got to share with us the story of you and Chastity have been together since middle school. How does that work?
So what's crazy is I was the new kid, 7th grade. I was the new kid, didn't know anybody, and it was gym class, and she actually approached me as like new. I didn't know anybody. She approached me. We started talking, and you know we dated and everything throughout high school, well, middle school and high school. Then college was our time away. I went to Ole Miss. She went to Georgia Southern. So that was our years apart to see what else was out there. And we both had relationships, but it didn't work out. So we said, if we're single and ready to get it back on track, let's do it. And that's exactly what happened.
Explain to people who don't know or have never heard of it what hottie toddy means.
So, number one, it's part of our university song. And down there, a hottie toddy is an alcoholic tea. So it's appetizing, yeah. It's actually pretty good, but it will sneak up on you. So if you're gonna try it, let me look at the camera. If you're gonna try it, be careful. But it's just a good drink, man. It's something the whole University of Mississippi just loves doing and loves drinking. So
another tradition at Ole Miss, you know, like I said, you ran the gamut. You wanted to be a running back, you end up as a DB. That works out so well. How much did it mean to you to get the Chucky Mullins jersey?
Oh, it meant everything. Just knowing how much he meant to the Ole Miss team, just the Ole Miss community in general, you know, it's a blessing. Being presented that award, you know, the coaches and the others that vote who gets that award, you know, it just shows that that specific person has a lot of leadership on and off the field. He's a guy you can count on. He's a guy that's going to do things right. And when I was blessed with that award, man, I definitely enjoyed it and I loved it to this day. And you know, I'm happy to be part of that fraternity.
What's it like to try to make the NFL undrafted?
Oh man, it's a long road. I've always been asked this question, and it's honestly one of the harder questions because everybody has a different journey. You know, me, I'm just a guy that's always been told I was too small or this and that. So, like even at this stage of my career, it's just something that keeps me motivated and keeps me going. And I just feel like, you know, you got to find that niche, what works for you, what gets you motivated to beat out that next guy. And one thing I've also learned is it's going to be 31 other teams. So just make sure your tape is hot as possible, and you know you'll definitely get your opportunity.
What's it been like now that you've been in it a while to switch to the other side of this, one of the most intense rivalries in the NFL? I mean, what was your perception of the Bengals when you were over there? And there were a lot of, you know, there was some bad blood going on, especially in the defensive backfield between these two teams. And now being on the other side, what kind of grief do you get from your old teammates?
Oh, so the thing about that is, I'm gonna switch to Pittsburgh mindset real fast.
Okay.
We looked at Cincinnati as the little brother, you know, the team that pretty much on the schedule you can, I don't want to say guarantee, but you could guarantee it was going to be a win.
Steelers could.
Yeah, at that point they could. So now switching to where I am now, like I told the guys when we played them twice last year, I'm like, I know how they think about you. You know, I know how Mike Tomlin and those coaches are game planning against you guys and want to know how to attack us. So I just felt like me having that inside knowledge and giving it to all those guys, and just like I said, being that leader, that leader that we feel like has been needed around here. You know, I embrace it.
You're one of our favorites to go to talk to because you've always got something to say, and it's usually entertaining, and you got a lot of energy. But I hear that you would like to, when your career is over, maybe 10 years from now, go into what attracts you about the media?
Just the connections you can have. As far as you can do sports media, you know, regular news media. So it's just different types of aspects that you can get into. And, you know, for me personally, I want to be around sports. You know, I've been doing it my whole life, especially football. So I feel like I have a decent amount of knowledge, and I'm still learning, but I have a decent amount of knowledge that I could give out and, you know, just help the next guy.
Growing up in Georgia, were there guys either locally or nationally that kind of inspired you and said, wow, I love the way he calls games, or the way he does sports, or the way he does interviews?
I'm pretty sure it's on everybody. Al Michaels, one of the best to ever do it. Gus Johnson. he's I don't think he gets a lot of respect because he's one of the most entertaining commentators I've heard. And I'll probably say I'm a big fan of Kirk Herbstreit also. You know, I'll say between those three, those are some of the guys like I really enjoy listening to.
So if you're doing a game, would your style be most like Gus Johnson?
Absolutely. I might not have the voice of him, but as far as energy and just being electric during that commentary, I feel like I fall right down that alley.
When you watch the broadcast, I assume you've seen and heard the call, the Super Bowl call. Did they get it right?
No, they did not. No, they did not. Everybody knows they didn't. But at this point, what can we do about it? So we're just, like I said, we're excited about this whole experience that we just had and that we're building up to. So we're ready to get it going.
How often do you listen back to some of your big plays? And you've had a lot of them with the Bengals already.
I'll listen to them all the time, especially the pick six against Pittsburgh. It's probably my favorite play of my entire football career, so that's one I'm going to hold on to and constantly just replay.
Have you heard the Pittsburgh call of that play?
Oh, absolutely. Plenty of times.
How much satisfaction do you take from that?
I smile every time, man. I can watch it 20 times straight, and I'm just excited as it was as of that day, so it was a big one.
I want you to be the announcer. I want you to be the Gus Johnson, and you call a 99-yard interception return for touchdown to win the game by Mike Hilton.
Okay, all right, I had it backwards.
Aaron Rodgers.
That's my favorite quarterback, too. All right, they're down at the 1. Rodgers drops back. He looks left, nothing there. He looks back right, but it's pressure in his face, and it's tipped. And the ball is tilted. And Mike Hilton catches it on the run. He got one guy to beat. And there he goes up the sideline, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, and he's there. Touchdown, Bengals. I know it's not as exciting, but, I'm still working on it.
And what's he doing as he hits the goal line?
Oh, he celebrates. He backflips in the end zone. Can't even do a backflip.
We got time to work on it. Mike, that was great. Good stuff. Appreciate it, man. It's always great to talk to you.